Hello everyone, once again economics for class 10 chapter 3 I was discussing, and more than 5 videos I have already shared with you all to help you understand the chapter in a proper way. So we have already discussed modern forms of money, formal and informal sources of credit, what is check, what is the role of RBI, and how RBI supervises and controls the functioning of public or private sector banks. Then we have discussed the role of cheaper credit provided by cooperatives, role of cooperatives also in rural and semi-rural areas. Now I am going to discuss what are self-help groups. As we have seen the differences between formal and informal sources of credit, we have seen that still in rural areas, majority of the people living there, their dependency is more on informal sources of credit. Means they still take credit from money lenders, their friends, relatives, and big landlords, and the rate of interest charged by them is too much, which puts them in a great distress, or they are put in a debt trap also, and they become unable to repay the loan on time, and that is why many times they lose even their source of income also. Means suppose if they have a land, they are supposed to sell it, some part of it, to repay the loan and become able to get another loan. So what are self-help groups? Self-help groups are also informal. It comes under informal sources of credit, because these sources or groups are not supervised or controlled by RBI, but still it provides a backbone, or it provides or gives economic opportunities and improves the situations of the weaker section of society or poor people. Self-help groups are especially designed to enable the poor people to weaker section to get loan at the time of their need and become self-independent, self-reliant, and live with self-respect. So what are self-help groups? In the previous section, we have discussed that poor household, they still depend, poor household and rural people, they still depend on informal sources, and rich household and big businessmen, they are mostly taking credit, or they are getting the benefit of formal sources. So government should expand formal sources in rural areas also, so that the dependency of the poor people on informal sources, which charges more rate of interest and the borrowings become more costlier, must be reduced. So in this section we are going to discuss about the groups which have been specially designed or made by weaker section of society, and here how they take credit, how these groups enables them to get loan without any collateral or without any document on flexible and cheap interest rate. So self-help groups are especially designed to pool micro savings by the poor people, by the group members, and here the poor people or the depositor or the borrower, they do not need documents and collateral. Absence of collateral and document is the hurdle, is one of the main hindrance in getting loan from formal sources. So these groups have helped the poor people to get loan for the to buy agriculture inputs, to buy machine or any other thing that will generate their source of income. And here absence of collateral, because it has made them unable to get loan from banks, and that is why they still depend on informal sources. So informal lenders such as money lenders on the other hand, they know the borrower personally, and that is why they go to them, and if necessary they approach without giving or without giving them or returning them the loan. So here we are seeing that how microcredit is pooled or collected and become a bigger fund, and which enables the poor people without in the lack of collateral and document to improve their situation and get loan at low rate of interest on flexible term without any collateral and document. So however, in recent years people have tried out some, means this is the new way of getting loan from informal sources in the form they have formed a group, and 15 to 20 members comprises the groups. And the idea of these self-help groups is to organize rural people, to unite them. Rural people are united, and in particularly women are the major part, or majority of women, they join or they have met these groups, and now they have empowered themselves, and their situations have improved, and they are living their life with dignity, because financial freedom is very important to empower anybody, especially women. So now they are coming out from their home and doing work and getting respect in their family also. So self-help groups help the poor people to pool their micro savings, to pool or collect or save their smaller savings that they have, that is left with them after their hard day's work. And a typical SHG means formal, or in general what we see, that a SHG has 15 to 20 members. Usually they belong to one locality where they live, and they meet and save regularly, means the meeting of these members are held regularly, and they save their smaller savings or whatever is left after their daily needs. They save it every day, and in this way they are continuous, they are sincere, and they are particular also. So means the rupees, or what they save, it is in the range of 25 rupees to 100 rupees, and depending on the ability, depending on the earning of the member, how much they earn every day. And members can take a small loan, means these pooled savings that all the members have created, this becomes a bigger savings, bigger fund, and this fund helps the members to get a loan at the time of their need at low rate of interest. And group charges interest on these loans, but this is still less than what is being charged by money lenders. And in this way their own savings helps them or enables them to get a loan at the time of their need, and in this way their dignity, their self-respect increases, and they are not in the control or in the clutches of anybody. It becomes eligible, means group is regular in saving, that is why they become eligible to get the loan from the bank also. Because when bank watches that the group is regularly savings and loan is repaid on time by the members, then bank also show their eagerness and willingness to give them loan without any formality, without any document, because the pooled savings is used or shown by the group as a collateral, and then bank provides them bigger loan on the basis of their regular working culture. And loan is sanctioned in the name of the group, means if bank provides them loan without any document, and loan is not given to the member particularly, it is given in the name of the group, and mainly it is given to create self-employment opportunities. If somebody has to buy a machine, somebody want to get some money as loan to start some work, for their living, to earn for their daily needs. So small loans are provided to the members for releasing mortgaged land. Means what type of loans are provided by banks to these groups are such loans that will help the person, that will help the members to start their own work and increase their income, and in this way the development of the locality or the society will go up, and it will make society a better place for the weaker section also, and they may also start living with self dignity, without any exclusion, without any harassment, and without any exploitation. So most of the important decisions regarding the savings and loan activities, कि whom the loan will be given, what will be the interest rate, how the loan will be repaid, these all things are things, or these all types of decisions are made or taken by the group members. And all means this group, this self-help group, they conduct meeting every month or bi-monthly, and all types of matters, even the social matters are also discussed, like literacy, like education, like domestic violence, etc., also discussed in the group. Besides interest rate, repayment of loan, and the amount that will be given to the borrower, etc. And it is the group which is responsible for the repayment of the loan. If any member become unable and he is not coming to repay the loan, then all the group, all the members, other members, they also follow up and make the person to repay the loan in time. So any case of non-repayment of loan by any member is followed up or taken up seriously by other members also, because they have also pooled their savings here. So they keep an eye on the person, keep an eye on the person who has taken loan and not returning it on time. So all other members, they follow up that person and make him to repay the loan, because if he will not repay the loan, next time he won't be able to get loan. So in this way the group works regularly, and they save in a given manner, or because of this feature banks are willing to lend to them, because of the reliability of the borrower, because of their continuous or regular work that they do, the meeting, etc., make the banks to lend them and to help them to improve their earning, to increase their earning, and bring equality in society. Thus, the self-help groups help borrowers to overcome the problems of lack of collateral. So, in this way, a poor borrower also, he becomes able to get the loan without any collateral, and it gives them self-confidence, it boosts their self-confidence, and they can get timely loans for a variety of purposes, for their family situations also. If any emergency has happened in the family, then also the group meets and discuss the problems found or happened in any houses, and in this way a solution is taken or given. So the regular meetings of the groups provide a platform to discuss variety of social issues also, just like health, nutrition, domestic violence, etc. These matters are also discussed in the meeting, and in this way the locality or the family who are the members who are the part of the group, their situation improves, their earning increases. So now in my next class I will discuss with you the last topic of the chapter, which is Grameen banks, how Grameen banks started functioning and how it has helped the rural people. Okay boys, now I am concluding it. Thank you.